Well, hey YouTube, Whiskey 3 Charlie Tango, W3CT, your good old friend Jack. This is my ham radio journey. Guys, I'm glad that so many of you have been on this journey with me, and I normally don't ask at the beginning of the videos. I normally say this at the end of the videos, but if you're not subscribed, why not? Click that subscribe button. I'd be happy to have you here and part of our community. Also, and I usually don't ask this until the end of the video because I hate when people say give the video a big thumbs up, because I don't know how you're going to like it because you didn't watch the whole thing yet. Anyway, today what I thought we would do here is we're going to be comparing a couple of antennas. And let me tell you about those antennas and the comparison that I want to do. And the reason I want to do this comparison is mainly for a proof of concept, right? To prove if one works better than the other, or if they're both pretty much the same, okay? Let's get started with that right after this. So a couple videos ago, I was doing my 100th activation, and I was using my, it's pretty bad, I don't remember what I was using, but a random wire antenna with an LDG 9-to-1 Unun. So the comparison I want to do today, you guys know that I've built now many Ununs, and I said in that first video I didn't have any built because I didn't know what I was doing. But once you're in a hobby, once you're in this hobby for a while and you start experimenting and you start playing around with things, and I hope you do. That's what ham radio is all about, is experimentation. I think anyway. I mean, outside of making contacts and doing POTAs and SOTAs, and that's all the fun stuff. All right, so here's what we're comparing today, okay? So I already did the 9-to-1 LDG, okay? This again was purchased from DX Engineering, and I'll have a link for this again in the description below in case you'd like to pick up one. It's very easy to use. I did watch a gentleman the other day that said he doesn't like these because there's not enough room on the terminal itself to put wires under. But he's right. You make a little pigtail and you go into there, and then you can make ground radios if you want to do so. So that is exactly true on that. This is the 9-to-1 that I built. All right. So this has a bigger core in it, right? And I have the same kind of, basically, these are a little bit bigger right here. They're a little larger, but the same kind of terminals. You can also, I like these also because you can plug banana plugs into the ends here. So I do like those. So I am going to set up in the same configuration. I'm going to do a sloper antenna. I'm going to use the same radio day. I am using the G90 for this test. And what I'm going to do here is, at the end of the video, I'm going to show you the maps comparison, okay? And I'll have them laid out just like this. I'll put the LDG map on the left, and I'll have my 9-to-1 Unun on the right, okay? So, and we'll compare the two maps and see if there's much difference at all. I'm not suspecting there will be. Of course, today, different band conditions. I didn't even check the bands before I came out. I probably should have. But, you know, I'm out here to play radio, so we'll see what happens. And if nothing else, hopefully, keep your fingers crossed. I can at least activate on 40 meters. So, let's go ahead and get a wire up in the tree. We're going to be using the random wire we used with this before, okay? I believe it's the 71-foot random wire, and I'll be using a counterpoise. Again, I was thinking on the way out here I was going to put a choke on this. I'm not going to choke it. I'm just going to run it the way it is, okay? I have my DX Engineering high visibility coax here. I'll also put a link in the description below for the high vis coax. This is great coax. It's very flexible. All right. So, and it's not really super expensive. But guys, I've done it. Don't cheap out on your coax. I bought cheap Amazon coax and ended up just throwing it in the trash. After about, I don't know, 10 activations, I tossed it. So you might get lucky, but buy good coax, right? Okay. So here's the tree that we're using, the same tree that we used before. Right, there's the branch that we want. Right up there. That's the branch we're going to use. Okay. All right, so let me go ahead and get the random wire out of the car because I forgot to bring the antenna over. And but Now we'll get it set up here and get underway. All right, guys, let's get set up here. Hopefully, there's a gentleman walking here. So we're going to be using my weight again. Okay. Tie this in here and get this thrown up in this tree. Hopefully I'll make it on the first shot like I did before. That would be really nice. All right. Up and over. All right, made it in the first shot there, so that's good. All right, so rope's in the tree. Now we should get the wire into the tree. All right, the tree. All right, here's my random wire bag right here. Again, I'll show it to you on this camera, the random wire. I like using these plastic bags because I have so many different wire antennas. It's just really easy. My 9-to-1, as you can see, I put the big eye hook in the top here so I can hang it easily in the tree. Doesn't take much. I just put a little slip knot in it there. Maybe I'll put one more in there. There's no wind today. That's a bonus, right? Okay, there's that. It's like, Jack, I'm looking at your butt. I don't want you looking at my butt there, so. Oh, okay, so it just kind of fell there, but that's all right. Okay, let's get the wire out with my counterpoise. Okay, counterpoise wire. Here is the driven element. 71 feet of random speaker wire. Okay. It's a trick I actually learned from, you know the master, right? Salty Walt. He always says, use speaker wire. And it's inexpensive. I buy this stuff by the 100 foot, feet. Okay, there we go. That's out. Okay. Let's get this on here. And again, like I said, these are not bad, okay? I know. You could either pull it out. You could put it right through the hole there if you want, run it through there. And you just twist it then around there a couple times. Tighten her down, right? All right, let's get my counterpoise out. One time I actually pulled the wire up into the tree. Did you guys ever do this? Pulled the wire up into the tree. And then it's like, well, I forgot to put my coax on. Yep, that happens. Field day is coming. So that would be fun. I always like the field day weekend. I spend the whole weekend at the park with the guys and operate CW. I always have a lot of fun doing that. Got some new CW ops this year because I've been teaching a class. So we'll have some new CW operators this year, I hope. Right? I always tell my class, my high school class, I can't teach two things in life. I can't teach patience and I can't teach confidence, okay? I want my guys to have, my CW class to have some confidence, right? You could do it. They'll be just fine. If you mess up, send the question mark. Somebody will answer you back. They will. They will answer you back. All right, let's get my DX Engineering high-vis coax. I actually just bought another, I bought a 25-foot roll of this also. Still at home in the pack. Haven't even opened it. Haven't needed it. Some guy came out one day, he goes, Jack, there's too much coax on that antenna. You're going to lose so much signal. This is 50 foot, and I say hogwash. You don't have to have your radio right on top of your antenna, you know. 50-foot coax, so what? Yeah, I say hogwash on that, but, you know. I watch, I'm pretty sure you guys probably watch it too. Callan from DX Commander. And he has this antenna. His antenna farm is like a half a mile from his radios. And he got all kind of coax running under the ground and up the towers. And he talks all over the world. So running 50-foot coax on a POTA, don't sweat it. It's okay. Not would I run 200 feet out here? Probably not. I don't need it. But yeah, that's what that guy said. Very nice guy that came to chat to me. I'm not knocking anybody, but he's like, well, that's a lot of coax you got there. I'm like, well, yeah, but I don't like my antennas to be sitting on top of me either. All right, try to get this up in the tree as straight as possible. I do like the one I built better than the commercial one, and the main reason for that is, and I'll tell you the reason for it, it's heavier. It doesn't seem to twist up as much. Oh, perfect. Perfect. Perfect, Jack. Looks really good. Okay, what I do with my handy dandy tent stakes. Here's one. Here's one of my handy dandy tent stakes. I got these from Amazon. If you're looking for tent stakes, they're very inexpensive. Have a couple bent. Yep, I'm not going to lie to you, but other than that, I mean, hey. All right. Now, I don't know what you guys do with your counterpoise. Okay, I have no idea. But my counterpoise, I normally just leave it hang off the side here. Right? Pull it kind of down and back away. I pulled away from the antenna. Okay. And I'll show you that too, just so you can see it. So it hung up here really, really nicely. Really nice. I like the weight of it. But the counterpoise wire, I just bring off the back there, if you can see it, and it's just right here. I just leave it hang, and I take it kind of diagonally that way. Okay. Seems to work. Seems to work pretty well. Now for the other side, let me see here what we're going to do on the other side. I don't want this video too long. I mean, you guys have seen people string wires before. All right, so I have another piece of paracord. You know, Jack loves his paracord because he didn't buy any throw lines. That's all right. That's all right. No problem at all. Okay. When I first started doing this, believe it because it's true. When I first started doing this, I actually pulled the wire right out of the terminal. Right? When you're new, things are going to happen. When you're doing POTAs, or anytime, when you're operating field day, things are going to happen. The one day I was out here, remember I put my mast up and the antenna blew down. Because things will happen. That's the way life goes. Big deal. Should be right up in there somewhere. Maybe. And we'll bring you up here more closer to where the action is. Again, I'll be using the G90 with the big old powerful 20 watts. And anybody says, a G90 is not a good force radio. Well, yeah, you're lying. Don't lie to new hams. We're here to help new hams out. We're not here to lie to them and make them spend as much money as humanly possible because we did. people want to get started. And too many times I hear that this hobby, and I was telling some of my friends at the club, Jack, what'd you do there? I was telling some of my friends at the club that what really upsets me is when I hear people say that this hobby is for, rich old guys. You don't have to spend a lot of money to get into our hobby. Look at this antenna I built. Speaker wire, not much of it, 71 feet. Counterpoise is, I don't know. I'm not going to tell you how long the counterpoise is, because people say, Jack, that's too long. It has to be 2.2 meters, 3 meters, 2 meters. Make a counterpoise. It's a random wire antenna, right? Just make a counterpoise. Oh, here comes the big old garbage truck. I think people see people get cameras out and they just start making as much noise as humanly possible. We'll turn on the wind filter. Maybe that'll help cut down on some of the noise. We're going to be back here somewhere from my sloper. Grass is super wet this morning. Tie my little loop again. Okay, here's my loop I tie. Just if you're new and you don't know what's going on, I just tie a little loop in it. Got my tent stake pulled out here, and there you go. I'm very fortunate today that there is no one here, because, if there's people here, use a different antenna, I guess. I don't know. All right, let's go back down here. And there we go. The antenna's ready. I'm gonna get the G90 out here, and I'll put it on that table right there. No, I won't. Put this table over here. I'll put it on this table. No, I don't really want to do that either. I really don't want to transmit right under the antenna. Well, maybe I'll go over here then. Right here will be good. All right. Make sure I'm still catching audio. I am. So there's the sloper. Again, it just starts out here, with a tent stake right there, piece of paracord, insulator, and then my speaker wire goes back up, goes right up into that tree right there, into my 9-to-1 Unun. And I'm going to tune all this up with the G90, which will tune pretty much anything. All right, guys. So anyway, I'm actually going to show you here. I'm going to do an activation right now. I'm not going to show you the activation, but anyway. And here's a comparison between the LDG on the left and my 9-to-1 Unun on the right. The two different pictures of the maps, okay, of the contacts. All right, well, I hope this was interesting, educational. It's just something I wanted to do. Remember, this is my ham radio journey, so I try to record stuff think of a diary. It's kind of a W3CT diary, right, of ham radio, what I've done and how things work. So guys, hope you enjoyed this video, and again, experiment. Get out there and build antennas, man. It's the simplest thing you can do. I did buy a book, not the Salty Walt book, and I'm sorry, Walt, I didn't pick it up yet. But I did buy a book that Walt suggested. It's called something Wire Antennas. I'll do that on another video. We'll talk about that book, because I'm going to start building antennas out of it. and start trying to use some of their ideas. Most of them are pretty basic from what I've seen, things that we've probably already done on this channel, but we'll build them again. All right, guys, but thanks for watching. Again, if you're not subscribed, why not? Click that subscribe button. Now you can think about it, giving this video a big thumbs up. I would appreciate that. And you've seen how to deploy a sloper antenna with a 9-to-1 Unun, so it's a random antenna. 71 feet. The counterpoise, I would have to say probably 2 to 3 meters. So whatever that works out to in feet, do the calculation. But thanks for watching this video. This is Whiskey 3 Charlie Tango, W3CT, your good old friend Jack. This is my ham radio journey. Guys, 73s. I hope to catch you on the airwaves. Take care. I'll talk to you next time. Bye for now.